Economics. Some people love it, some hate it, but everyone in this class has to learn it. Here are the 12 most important economics topics that you will use for the rest of your life.
The Guide to Economic Decisions. This is a simple decision-making model that can be modeled by the acronym PASTE. P, what is the problem? A, what are the alternatives? C, what are the criteria important to your decision? E, evaluate each alternative. And D, make a decision.
Shoes. 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 Oh my god, shoes. Let's get some shoes. Let's get some shoes. Let's get some shoes. Let's get some shoes.
Morgan uses the Guide to Economic Decisions and decides that the Airwalks are the best shoes.
Opportunity cost is the loss from making a decision for one alternative over other alternatives. If you choose the high heels, you lose the chance to have some sick airwalks.
I just don't know what to choose. So many good choices. Opportunity cost is just so high. I chose the heels.
Supply and demand. Supply is the amount of product available. Demand is the desire of purchasing the product. Equilibrium is the meeting point between supply and demand. For example, Joe wants to open a business that sells Pop-Tarts. He has a large supply of Pop-Tarts, but there is only one person that demands a Pop-Tart.
I want some Pop-Tarts.
Dude, I got Pop-Tarts.
Dude, can I have one?
You can have a box,
I just want one.
but I have a box.
I mean, sure, take this money and I'll take the box.
I don't want to sell you the boxes and I don't have any more.
Oh, sure, I'll take this. Bye.
According to supply and demand, Joe adjusts his supply to find a better equilibrium and sell his Pop-Tarts at a more profitable price.
Anybody want to buy any Pop-Tarts? Nobody wants any Pop-Tarts.
Personal finance. Personal finance covers many areas: credit cards, saving accounts, and budgets. They all combine to make up personal finance. Clayton showcases his use of budget with his excellent Excel spreadsheets on how much money he allocates himself to spend on stuff he needs.
Hello, sir. I would like to purchase this here thing.
That's 5 sob stacks.
I have one Bruce Buck.
That's a Bruce Buck. I need 5 sob stacks.
Good thing I got this credit card.
Clayton sets up a savings account for the day he inevitably hits himself with the cheese by using his credit card too much.
Fiscal policy is government spending or tax revenues. Luch is the big bad government. He raises taxes on Joe by 20%. Joe can't handle it and has to close his eraser business. Morgan is a banker. She prints money because by her logic, that'll lead to everyone having more money. This raises interest rates and blows inflation out the roof. This leads to Joe's Pop-Tarts costing $10 instead of $1.
Needs versus wants. Needs versus wants is the idea of separating things that you need to survive versus things you want to have. Examples: Luch needs a granola bar for lunch, or he might die of starvation.
Oh, God.
Clayton wants airwalks, but he can't have them. Alex wants a life, but he'll never have one. Joe wants a girlfriend, but he'll have to settle for Luch.
Morgan needs to get off her phone if she wants credit for this project.
Morgan, what are you doing?
Scarcity. Scarcity is the state of being in short supply. Scarce items are items that you don't have a loaded supply of. Luch's time to write the rest of this script is scarce. The amount of friendship in this room is not scarce. TANSTAFL. TANSTAFL is an acronym that means there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. This is one of the most basic economic principles. You cannot get something for nothing.
Hey, man, can I have some of that lunch?
Ain't no such thing as free lunch.
National debt. The national debt is one of the biggest problems the U.S. currently faces. At the moment, our national debt stands at about $19 trillion. National debt is one of the biggest problems because it affects all of us.
Joe will showcase the issues debt can get you in on a more small-scale level.
Mr. Beard, you should take this money and give me an A+ on my exam.
Ah, all right, man. Sounds good.
I need money,
No.
but I need money.
No.
I have this A+.
Good for you.
Joe lost all his money and Luch. At this time, college costs are quite high, and I just made the understatement of the century. College costs will be an issue for many students that plan to get a higher education because they can make it difficult to succeed. To demonstrate the cost of college, I have arranged a phone interview with a good friend of mine, Aaron P. Slaunch. He is a recent college graduate, and I believe he can give some good insight on the cost of college. Hello? Alright. Here with Aaron P. Slaunch. What do you think about the cost of college?
The cost of college, I can't really relate to the cost of cheese. Like, if you think of the cost of cheese, the amount of value that you get out of one packet of cheese is pretty insane. It's almost like video games versus movies. Like, you pay $10 to see a movie and like 2 hours of entertainment. At the same time, you could get like a Steam game for the same amount of money and put in like 1,500 hours into it. It's kind of white. The cost of cheese is much like the cost of video games. You get just very little input. You get like hours of entertainment. Just think of how much fun you could have eating all that cheese. The cost of college, on the other hand, is kind of absurd for the most part and doesn't even guarantee you a job position. So I know some of the people that are really like white situation and getting hit with the cheese because they're like $100,000 in debt and they just went through all the schooling and they don't even have a freaking job. So you got to really choose your career path blackly.
Wow, great point. Would you say that the cost of college hits you with the cheese for the rest of your life?
It's kind of like the cheese that keeps on cheesing.
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky. I was hit with the actual Velveeta, the good kind of cheese. I was hit with that cheese, and I got a scholarship for 50% of my tuition.
Oh, wow.
And the starting rate of what I can charge with my position is basically making it so that I have virtually no debt. But other people I know, on the other hand, are seriously getting hit with the cheese, and they didn't even have a guaranteed job position. So it's pretty white.
Wow, that is some cheese. Thanks for the interview, Peace Launch. Any closing statements?
Sponsored by Velveeta. Mic drop.
Oh. Unemployment is a category that around 5% of Americans fall under. Unemployment is often seen as a bad thing, but sometimes it isn't. It is also important to understand who is employed and who is unemployed. Alex is a nurse.
I'm a nurse.
He is employed because he has a job.
What's up? I'm a baby.
I'm an unemployed stay-at-home mom.
Actually, you're not unemployed because you just got a job out in the last 4 weeks. So you know what? Quit complaining, you feminist.
Luch is unemployed because he does not have a job, but he has been actively seeking work. He's been worn out because of how much he hates exams, but he's still going on. What do you mean? All exams are my favorite. Incentive is encouragement to do something. An easy example of incentive is if you tell your dog you will give them a treat if they do a trick. The treat is the incentive in that case. With economics, incentive refers to the reason you have to work, which is to get paid. Joe wants money, so he has incentive to get a job.
Can I have that money? I need a job.
Luch is a billionaire, so he has no incentive to work. Those are the 12 topics of economics and how you can apply them to the rest of your life. Time for some low-key bloopers. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Be patient. I'm a nurse. Ow! Stop.
Just do retarded
Just go whenever.
What? I'm just saying I'm a baby.
Yeah, just make yourself a baby.
Okay. Are we going? Yeah. Say no.
Just wanted to see how long that lasted. Alright, go.
I am a baby. Me baby, where? Me have pacifier, me not where.
I'm a mom.
Oh, Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
she doesn't have a job. Cause, oh damn.
Moni.
That's only one Bruce buck. I need 5 sob stacks.
Credit card. Your butt vented.
Half the bloopers ended up accidentally getting deleted, so here's random assortments of cheese.
Start recording.
I think so too. I would have guessed
Watch.
the alternator.
That's such a low.
Well, I tried jumping it today.
Watch.
It didn't start. So that's why it's got to start. You know?
Start recording. Watch.
No, I'm
Yeah!
This time it's got
There we go.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
What was that mean?
It means like you thought it was gonna be a big climax, and then it's not.
nothing. It was just crap.
It was just dumb.
All right, we're taking you.
Like you think Vader's gonna die at the end, and then he just doesn't and lives.
I'm thinking.
He does. I know.
You can really see
He does die.
Like on the side the entire time, recording on the side.
I'm thinking. I had to
Yeah,
film
he
like
does.
right here.
take more than my rent.
And Carver Vans.
Mr. Mason. Patrick. What?
Yeah.
Oh!
Dang it.
That took like 8 minutes.
See, it kind of does it for just like.
Let's go.
Oh! Oh!
Dude, he's getting there.
Austin, he just went like back. Oh!
Austin's gonna be sitting in the next class still twitching. I haven't seen this happen yet.
How about you try it?
Oh, it's about safe. I was much worse.
Oh, Austin.
It's hard.
Get some wrist action in there. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, Tom.
Go sideways.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
He's getting there.
He does it sideways.
I think the key is not smash the couple times.
That's probably not a good idea.
I
I think the key is to do it in a rectangle.
pass.
Get the wrist action.
Basically, the whole table. Use
wrist
the whole
action.
table.
Use.
That works the best.
Matches no horseplay in the lab. Stop.
What a junk stand. Darn it, Luch.
Here you go. Look, it's perfect.
It's not perfect at all.
To demonstrate the cost of college, I have a phone interview with a good friend of mine, Aaron P. Slaunch. He is a recent college grad, and he can give some real good insight on how the